Stay right here. Do not move away. It is no accident that you are hearing my voice now. Behind the visible, in places you cannot see, something is unfolding, and you feel it. The change is coming, and you are at the center of it. I do not speak to you with empty hopes or promises that time will fade away. I speak with the power of someone who already knows what will happen. What I said would come to pass is already starting. Open your heart now, for everything I spoke about your life is already in motion. You must stay alert, for the whole universe is working in your favor. From this moment on, pay close attention to every part of this message, as every word hides a sign. Stay until the end, for I am revealing what you have longed to see for years. If you want to be in sync with what I have planned, press that button, subscribe, and share this with the ones you care about, because some freedoms depend on a single share, on a single word passed at just the right time. You have been waiting for an answer, and I know this not because anyone told me, but because I have watched your struggles when the world is quiet, when the lights are off, and everything sleeps, but your spirit stays awake, restless, seeking me in your thoughts and sighs. I have seen you talk to me without saying a word, your lips silent, but your heart calling out loudly from within. You have carried so much, trying to keep everything in balance: your family, your health, your responsibilities, and your peace, while feeling like you are about to break. Today I come to speak to you directly. There is no doubt in what I am telling you. What I promised is already happening. What I spoke to you about some time ago has arrived at your door, and now is the time to open it. This answer does not come from human hands. It does not rely on human reasoning, nor is it affected by circumstances. It comes directly from me, from the place where everything is decided. What once seemed impossible, out of reach, or unlikely, I have already brought into your life. Now, it is your time to accept it. Nothing has gone unnoticed by me. Every tear you shed in silence, every quiet sigh, every hidden struggle behind a forced smile, I have seen it all. While others thought you were strong and in control, I watched the battle within you, the fight to keep it all together. When you gently held the hand of that child who had grown distant, who no longer listened like before, I was there, hearing your silent prayers. When you received difficult medical news and held your breath, trying not to worry your loved ones, it was I who secretly gave you strength. Today, I want to tell you this again with confidence. Not only did I hear you, but I have already acted, and I am still acting right now. What I promised for your home is already here. My spirit is knocking on the unseen doors around you, breaking through the walls that the human eye cannot see, and filling the place where you are with light. This is not an exaggeration. It is the fulfillment of my word. It is a living prophecy. It is a promise that is now real. I declared it, and I am making it happen. I have sent one of my strongest archangels, and he does not come empty-handed. He brings healing where medicine can no longer help. He brings answers where there was only silence. He reaches the hearts that seem luster-hardened. He is crossing through the darkness that for years has tried to weigh you down, breaking every chain that has held you back. This messenger from the heavens has been sent directly from my throne with one purpose: to touch your life. And that touch starts now. By faith, feel what is happening within you. There is something different stirring inside. A new energy, a wave of peace and hope that doesn't come by chance. You do not need to understand it all with your mind. Just open your heart and allow it to flow. You have lived many days that felt the same, with routines that seemed endless, but deep inside, you knew something was changing. That feeling was not confusion. It was my spirit telling you that the waiting is over. Stop trying to control time. Time now belongs to me. I have already given the command, and no force will stand in my way. When I speak, no door stays closed. You thought there was still a long wait ahead, but I have come to surprise even your own faith. Get ready for what is about to unfold, because what I have planned will exceed everything you imagined. Prepare to see that family member who had been distant return, tears in their eyes, saying, "I felt something I cannot explain." And you will know because it was me. I know it's hard to believe in something good after so much waiting, holding on, and resisting. But this is how I work. When no one else expects it, when everything seems over, that's when I step in and change everything. When the advice was gone, when there was no more support or direction, I was quietly making a way. You thought you would have to settle for what little was left. But what I have for you is not scraps, it's abundance. I do not come to offer you comfort, but a fresh start. It's not about giving up, it's about rising. Yes, I saw you fall. I saw how tired you were, but today I come to lift you up because what I promised has already arrived. Pay attention to the signs, that call you almost ignored, that word that hit you hard, that verse that appeared right when you needed it most. That's me speaking to you. I know your spiritual sensitivity. Even when you try to hide it, you can feel when something is not from me. That's why today I confirm it to you, this is coming directly from my throne. In the next few hours, you will see proof of what I'm telling you. What hath been held back for years will be given to you in just a few days. What you thought was lost will be returned in moments. Because I do not lie, and everything I've promised will come true. Your name hath been written on a list of honor in heaven. Many overlooked you. They thought you were forgotten or didn't matter. But while they ignored you, I gave you strength. While they mocked your waiting, I was getting everything ready for your rise. This is the time to live the life you only dreamed of. You didn't make a mistake by waiting. You weren't foolish for believing. All this time, you've been shaped, purified, and built in silence. Now is the time to reap the harvest from what you have sown in tears. Soon, you will see why I closed so many doors. Because the yes I am giving you today is worth more than all the no's from the past. I will give you visions, strategies, rest in the middle of the storm, and joy where there was once anxiety. I will change outcomes, reverse diagnoses, and bring back those whom everyone thought were lost. This is not just a new chapter. It is an entirely new book. And that emptiness you carry, that loneliness you can't even explain, I know it well, and today I will fill it with my presence. You are no longer alone. My spirit surrounds you, both from behind and ahead, covering and supporting you. Where there was fear, I will pour courage. Where there was doubt, I will establish certainty. Where there was lack, I will provide. Because I am your Father, and a father never abandons the child he loves. To date, I repeat it, what I promised is here. Everything begins again, but this time with me at the center of your story. What I declared would happen has already come true, and for that, you must stay alert, with your spirit awake and your heart open. Keep your sensitivity sharp, because the truths that will come will not always show themselves with a loud noise, but in quiet, gentle, almost unnoticeable ways. But their effect will be deep and life-changing. just when everything seems to be following the same old routine, when the days feel heavy with fatigue, when worries burden your soul and body, and it seems like nothing is working as it used to, that is when I will break through with something completely new. This is not just an idea or temporary comfort. What I bring is a real heavenly intervention, a direct action from heaven on your life. What I've prepared for you is so perfectly set up that you won't need to force anything or make any unnecessary moves. The only thing I ask is that you believe, trust, and stay where I have placed you, because it is right here, at this very moment, that the invisible starts to become real. I want you to understand that this is not something that will happen later. It is already taking place. You have tried countless times to fix everything. You have carried silences heavier than words can express. You've held back your tears to stop yourself from falling apart. You smiled while everything inside you was falling apart, but I saw every bit of effort, every quiet moment of resistance. Even when you thought no one else cared, I never stopped caring for you. When your strength ran out, when support faded away, and faith seemed to be nowhere, I stayed strong because I don't abandon you. I don't leave things to luck or chance. The promise I made to you is still very much alive, and today it is knocking on your door. The answer may not come the way you expected. It won't come with loud noises or big announcements. It will show itself with calm authority because it comes from above. It will reach places that no human can touch. It will heal the wounds that medicine couldn't heal and restore things that others had already given up on. If you're reading this now, it's because your waiting has ended. What I promised has already started to work in the invisible, and very soon, it will become so clear and powerful to you that there will be no doubt at all. Nothing you went through was wasted, not even the days that felt empty and without meaning. Every single moment had a purpose. Every silence, every delay, was a necessary part of the journey that brought you to this point. There are victories that cannot be achieved while you are still waiting for approval or help from others. That's why I had to break some ties, close certain doors, and quiet voices that caused confusion, so you could hear only mine clearly. Now that your focus is on me, now that the noise from the outside has lost its power, I can work freely as I always intended. Your heart will begin to feel this, not as a fleeting emotion, but as a real, tangible presence. Something new is being poured out upon you, and its impact will reach the specific areas of your life that need it most. People around you will notice it. They will see a light in your eyes that was never there before. They will sense a peace that cannot be explained by logic. Because when I step in, I don't just change your circumstances, I change you, and no one will be able to deny the transformation that will happen in your life. I believe in divine purpose. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Psalm 27, verse 1. Your prayers, the ones you made during your weakest moments, were not ignored. They didn't come to me out of desperation, but from a place of deep sincerity, and I cherish every heartfelt cry. It doesn't matter how strong or weak your faith was, what matters is where you placed it. And you looked up, even through tears that no one could see. That's why today I show myself to you as a living answer. What I promised is now here, and it will begin to touch every part of your life, even the parts you thought were beyond reach, even those areas you thought couldn't change. Those who doubted you will witness with their own eyes what I am doing in you. Not because you need to prove anything, but because I am just. And when I choose to honor someone, I do it in a way that everyone can see, so that my faithfulness becomes a testimony to others. Get ready to step into places where doors once stayed closed to you. Get ready to sit at tables where you were once overlooked. I am turning things around, righting wrongs, and breaking down the accusations that have surrounded you. You will be remembered not for the things you lost, but for your strength to keep going, for your faith that stood firm when everything else seemed to fall apart. There were days when your silence was a quiet scream, days when fear overwhelmed you, fear of losing those you love, fear of not being able to protect the ones who matter most. But while you were caring for them, I was caring for you. While you searched for answers, I was already writing the ending. And now, everything is starting to fall into place. What once seemed scattered will begin to make sense, because my timing is perfect, and my ways are beyond your understanding. Do not worry if not everyone understands what is happening in your life. What I am doing goes beyond human understanding. It is a deep work of growth and preparation. I am getting you ready for bigger things, for purposes that go beyond what you see now. You will become an instrument of restoration, a channel of healing, a light in the darkest places. Your story, with all its struggles and fresh starts, was not a mistake. It was a sacred plan designed with perfect care. Every fall, every loss, every new beginning was used to shape the miracle I am bringing to you today. Nothing you have been through will be wasted. Whoever believed that your best days were behind you did not understand what I can do when I choose to touch someone's life. You are about to experience something so incredible, so amazing, that you will wonder how you arrived at this point. And the answer will be simple, because I carried you when you couldn't move forward on your own. That's why the storms didn't break you. That's why the pain didn't stop you. I was there holding you when no one else was, and once again, I am here with my power, my grace, and my living promise. Those you prayed for, those you feared losing, are under my protection. I have placed a spiritual shield around your loved ones. I have stopped traps and ruined hidden plans before they could hurt you. Nothing has escaped my view, so rest easy. What I promised you is unfolding now. What once seemed far off is happening right before you. And when it's all over, you will look back and realize that every step, every tear, every moment of waiting had a purpose, because it was the road that led you directly to my full plan for you. You have prayed in silence for someone who was about to fall apart, standing on the edge of despair. And today, that person is being touched by the power of my spirit. Do not fear. I protect with care those you hold dear in your heart. Your days will not end in the deep exhaustion you've carried for so long. I am filling you with fresh energy, renewing your strength from deep within. Right now, I am touching the areas of your body that were affected or in pain. Medical diagnoses are being reconsidered. The exams will be redone, and science will confirm what I have already begun in the unseen. Remember that true healing is not just the absence of pain, but the presence of a deep inner peace that nothing can disturb. That peace is what I am restoring in you now. Quiet your thoughts, calm your mind, take a deep breath, and let my presence surround you. You will sleep differently tonight because something you can't see is being removed from your environment and from within you. Don't worry about the doors that have recently closed. It was I who allowed that to happen. I did it to protect you, to stop you from walking into places where you would not find blessings. Now every opportunity comes from the light, and soon, you will be thankful that you didn't walk through certain doors. The path I am guiding you on now will bring provision without cost, growth without weariness, and success without exhaustion. I don't just give opportunities, I create destinies, and the destiny I've planned for you is already in motion. Trust the rhythm and the direction I've set for your life. Even though you may have thought time was running out, I was preparing a fresh start. Age is not a limit for someone chosen by an eternal calling. Many will be amazed at how much you will build and how much strength will rise in you when others thought there was nothing left to do. For you, the end is simply where I begin, and when I start something, nothing and no one can stop it. Hold on tight, because the journey that starts now will be completely different. What once stood against you with resistance will now become your driving force, and what seemed like an obstacle will turn into your most powerful testimony. The whispers of comparison tried to throw you off balance. You looked around and thought you were falling behind. But today I quiet those voices in your mind. You were never behind. You were being shaped, prepared in secret. Every so-called delay was actually a pause in my perfect plan. And now that everything has fallen into place, I give the command it will happen. Everything will start to move, and it will catch you by surprise. And when someone asks how it was possible, you will answer with confidence. It was the Lord who made it happen. You will see real changes in your home. An atmosphere that once felt heavy will become light and peaceful. Where there was once conflict and tension, I will bring lasting peace. You will be like a strong pillar, steady, but not burdened, firm yet light, because you will learn to let go of what isn't meant for you. You will sleep peacefully, without worrying about tomorrow, because I have already written your tomorrow, and in it, there is no disaster or loss, only purpose and guidance. I have fixed everything that was out of order. I bring peace where there was once chaos. Everything will start to fit together like the pieces of a beautiful divine plan. I have already prepared new people to enter your life. Healthy relationships, true connections that won't require you to pretend or wear a mask to feel accepted. You've been hurt by trusting those who never valued you. But now I will bring you before hearts of nobility who will truly see and appreciate your worth. You will breathe easy, open your heart, and accept love without fear, because the time has come not just to give, but to allow yourself to receive care. What was once a one-sided act of giving without return will now become a balanced exchange. I am healing every broken relationship, every damaged connection. I have seen the tears you held back on days of bad news. The times when you heard painful words from those closest to you, more hurtful than any physical diagnosis. I was there when, in the middle of your pain, you chose to stay silent instead of raising your voice, even though everything inside you was crumbling. And now, I am telling you that pain will not be the end of your story. It will be the foundation for the greatest testimony you will ever share. What I have planned for you is not ordinary or repetitive, it is special. It carries your name and exactly what you need. While you thought you were just getting by, I was preparing a new chapter for you with threads of restoration, honor, and renewal. Your life will not be remembered for what you were missing, but for what I added, even in your moments of lack. And listen carefully, the time of scarcity is over. The abundance from above is coming, and soon you will look back and realize that everything, even the falls and losses, had a purpose. I never allowed your wounds to go without meaning. Where fear whispered, "You won't make it," I whispered back in the quiet, "It's not over, because I am the one who holds you when everything seems to fall apart." Now you will see that the control you thought was lost was never out of my hands. Everything is aligning perfectly with eternal precision. What once seemed unclear will soon make sense. You asked for strength, but I prepared victory for you. You longed for peace, and I gave you authority over chaos. I did not create you to hide behind walls of worry, but to move forward with courage. Right now, doors that have been closed for years are starting to open. One of them will open in such a surprising way that you will know I was in control, even during the quiet times. Your only task now is to trust and follow the path I've set for you. Those who were once distant will see the change. A new atmosphere surrounds you. Some won't know how to explain it, but they will be drawn to the light you carry. This is not arrogance, but my presence. You will hold something within you that changes things without needing to say a word. The places that once weighed you down will now be transformed by the peace you give off. Because when I am within, nothing stays the same. Everything responds to my touch. What once strained you will no longer feel heavy. I am freeing you not just from outside pressures, but from the internal burdens as well. Old guilt, past hurts, unspoken words, and forgiveness you never gave. I am cleansing your soul as one dusts off a hidden treasure, because you still have immense worth, even if the years tried to take it away. My hand is shaping you, guiding you, and reminding you that the best is still ahead. What's coming will not be a repeat of what's past, but something entirely new, marked by purpose, rest, and fulfillment. Remember those moments when you felt you couldn't go on, when the weight of anxiety was crushing you, and even the simplest task seemed impossible. Yet here you are. You made it through. But not just that, you grew. You grew in silence, through pain and confusion. You matured without even noticing, learning to stand firm when everything around you seemed to be falling apart. And today, I come to breathe new life into this next chapter of your journey. You will flourish in those places that were once barren and unproductive. You will smile again, but this time not out of obligation or behind a mask, but with true authenticity, with the joy of someone who hath been reborn from within. The time for living half-heartedly has ended. When your confidence wavered and your strength was weak, I did not point fingers or judge you. Instead, I drew closer, because I do not seek perfect faith, but a willing heart. And you, though still afraid, gave yourself fully, not giving up even when everything seemed hopeless. That is why today I honor you. I honor your quiet persistence, your acts of kindness when no one saw your care for those who never thanked you. None of that has gone unnoticed. Every seed you planted in tears will turn into a plentiful harvest. You will reap an abundance of fruit, more than you can imagine. Take a moment now. Breathe and write from the deepest part of your heart with faith. My light guides every season of your life. Speak with confidence. Commit your path to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will do the rest. As Psalm 37:5 says, commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do it. True faith does not depend on how we feel, but on what we believe. The faith you still hold, even through your scars, will be the key to unlocking what has been held back for years. Miracles are not the result of luck or magic, but of divine action in the hearts of those who are willing. The trials you faced were more intense than many can even imagine. You were judged for your choices, with no one truly understanding the reasons behind them. People made assumptions without knowing the struggles you carried. But I knew. I saw everything, and while others misunderstood you, I was shaping within you a strong and unshakable character. Those whom I lift need to have the strength to carry the greatness I am about to pour out. You were strengthened in secret, And now the time has come for you to step into places that once existed only in your dreams. You were made ready to carry greatness. If your hands have felt empty for so long, get ready. Soon, you will see them filled, not just with material things, but with wisdom, authority, and discernment. Your words will bring comfort, your presence will heal, and your actions will lift up those around you. I will use your life to bring restoration to others. Not because you asked for it, but because I chose you even before you understood your purpose. Now is the time to step into this new season. It is the moment to move forward with courage, even without all the human guarantees. You have been a silent answer to people you don't even know. Your unwavering faith, even in the hardest times, has inspired more than you can see. Because of this, I will not let your journey end in disappointment. There is so much more ahead for you, so much to build, so much to live, and so much to teach. You did not come this far by accident. It was I who brought you here. And when I lead, every step of the journey is sacred, even if there are obstacles along the way. Do not be afraid of the steps ahead. I am with you in every single one. The diagnosis cannot define your future, and statistics cannot limit the plans I have for you. I am the same one who gave life to dry bones, and today, I breathe life into your cells, your organs, your very energy. You will not only recover your health, but you will also regain the joy of living. Because when the soul is weak, the body suffers, but now I am healing both your spirit and your body. You will walk with new energy. You will wake up each day with renewed purpose. Your vitality will return. The people you have prayed for are also being touched by me. I have heard your quiet prayer that plea from a heavy heart, and I want you to know that I am answering it. Even if you don't see it yet, things are already in motion. The chains are being broken, hearts are softening, and circumstances are changing. You will start to notice small signs, daily changes that will confirm that what I promised you is happening. Keep trusting. Keep surrendering each name, each story, each word to me. I will take care of it all. Nothing is wasted. Even the times when it felt like you were going in circles at a purpose. I don't waste anything. Every experience becomes wisdom. Every fall prepares you for what's ahead. Today, you have much more understanding than you did a year ago, and with this clarity, you will soon make important decisions. I will be with you in every choice you make.